This video demonstrates Mindmeldr features of interest to instructors, such as using two display screens, live response display, and grading. On the left of the split screen view, you'll see the primary window, which may be a laptop or tablet screen. On the right is the secondary window, usually on a desktop or projector, and visible to the audience. On the primary window, we log in using the linked Twitter account. We activate the group, if not already activated. We prepare for the interactive session by importing the demo module. Remember to use the back button of the web app to navigate. Do not use the browser's back button. Starting an interactive session using the demo module. Next, we set up the secondary screen using the group URL, with the path suffix present added at the end. The primary user must authorize the addition of the secondary controller screen. The secondary screen is now active, and you can control the presentation from either screen. Typically, you would switch to full screen mode on the secondary screen, using one of the two buttons highlighted. The full screen mode makes the image bigger and hides some control buttons. Now, for example, you can walk around the classroom with your iPad, annotating your slide, and watch the annotations appear on the secondary screen. Next slide features a multiple choice question. On the primary screen, we activate the live mode. This will allow you to view the answers as they come in, rather than wait for the question period to end. Using the live feedback, you can choose to provide additional clues to your audience to guide them towards the correct answer. Now we will receive random responses from 40 simulated audience members. To end the question period, we switch the slide to answered state. The next slide features a question that requires a numeric answer. For this question, we demonstrate the use of the timer. When time runs out, the slide will automatically switch to the answered state. Receiving answers from the simulated audience. The timer can be stopped and restarted as needed. Time has expired. Switching automatically to answered state. The next slide features a question that requires an open-ended text answer. Here, we consider the 5 possible interactive states for a slide: displayed, engaged, disengaged, answered, and completed. Slides with no questions only support the displayed state. Answers from the audience are only accepted in the engaged state. The correct answer is displayed in the answered state. Now receiving random sentence answers from the audience. On the primary screen, which is in live mode, you can see the answers as they come in. Switching to disengaged mode. Unlike previous questions, the down arrow does not switch to answered mode in this case because there is no correct answer specified for this question. Exit full screen mode to show buttons on the secondary screen. Use the word cloud button to display the responses as a word cloud. This provides a crude, but quick, way to summarize text answers from a large group. The instructor can manually grade the individual answers later. Hide the extra control buttons. The next slide features a question that requires marking a point on an image. Receiving answers from the audience. The grid cell coordinates may be texted from a mobile phone or marked on a mobile browser. Switching to answered state. The correct answers lie within the rectangle and are shown in green. The wrong answers are in red. The next slide features a question that requires drawing a line, actually an arrow, on an image. Receiving answers from the audience. Switching to answered state. The correct answer is shown in green, but the responses are not automatically scored. The instructor can grade them manually later. Ending the interactive session. The secondary window is automatically logged out. Reviewing the last session. Slide 1, which shows annotations. Slide 2, with the multiple choice answers. Slide 3, with the numeric answers. Slide 4, with text answers to be graded. Grading text answers. Grading user 2. A numeric grading scale of 0 to 4 is used. Once the grade is entered, the display automatically switches to the next student. Done grading. The next slide features the point answer question. We now change the correct answer rectangle. We now look at individual responses to this question. The next slide features the line answer question, which will also be graded manually. Grading line answers using a 0 to 1 scale. After completing the grading, we exit the review session. We now look at the session gradebook, which will show the automatic scores. It will not show the manually entered grades yet. Recomputing scores to update the session gradebook with the manually entered grades. This is the updated session gradebook. We now look at the session statistics, which summarizes the responses to all the questions in a downloadable spreadsheet format. We now download the session gradebook using the CSV spreadsheet format. The group gradebook aggregates the scores and grades for all the current sessions. To exclude a session from the group gradebook, you can either move it to the archived folder, or assign it a 0 weight. This concludes the video.